It was only a moment among the tumult of the end times. Prince Eren, astride his horse of war, 30 riders of Tilean at his side, and just yards away, his allies, dying under the crude blade of a green-skinned beast unleashed. But it was the moment that mattered. Why did this creature linger behind? What was his purpose? The thought haunted Prince Eren's dreams. They had been robbed of their chance.
Prince, my prince, where is your kingdom now? The world of man has fallen, and your line with you is broken. Tell me, prince, where is your kingdom? Tell me, what are you now?
Prince Eren returns to Gallea, taking the mountain pass of the Mori, hoping to obscure his movements from the roaming bands of greenskins still at large among the coastal plains. With the desertion of the Gallean reserve, the prince can ill afford another open conflict. But this is forbidden ground, the chasmless lair of the Trinitine barbarian horde. Exiles of Monte Castello, the Trinitine warlords ruled that city for a time, only to be banished to this place. Here they dwell in hedonite delusions of cultish worship. But it is their home, and they know it well. The Tileans' trespass will be noticed. At the Mori Pass, a warband lies in wait. It is hardly a trap, more a show of force. But Prince Eren knows he cannot retrace his column. They must break through, before the last ships of passage set sail. If the Trinitine hordes will not make way, the cavaliers of Tilean will fight to a man. Prince Eren spurs his riders into action, seizing initiative from the grasp of the Trinitines, and gambling a cavalry charge might weaken the enemy's resolve. The spearhead commences, supported entirely by archers purchased as mercenaries from the Gallean reserve. This was all the prince could afford, his reign hanging by a thread. He had blundered badly at the Battle of Villa Consorta, and the fighting men-at-arms of Gallea would be missed this day. But their desertion was a blessing in colors, one step removed from a rightful mutiny. The thunder of Tilean hooves echoes through the canyon. The very walls of the Mori Pass shake with the prince's advance. But the Trinitines are waiting. They have seen this sort of reckless abandon countless times. Ahead of the Trinitine battle line, the triumvirate warlords of the barbarian horde reveal themselves. The drums of war and cacophonous war cries drown out the Tilean advance, calling to ancient gods unknown beyond these desolate chasms. No Tilean prince nor any son of Sigmar will tread this ground without sacrifice. The Trinitine cavalry move upon the Mori keep. Their archers keep toe at the rear. Abandoned since the fall, this keep marks the line between the realms of men and the wilderness of chaos resurgent. The Trinitines will choke the pass with corpses before they let this ancient battlement fall. The Tilean cavalry cannot be daunted. They wheel around to focus on a weak Trinitine flank, made up entirely of untrained cultists. This surely is a target too ripe to ignore. The riders of Tilean, each descended from the Aeon lines of master horsemen, honed in the art of husbandry since birth, and leagues beyond the skill of other men at the reins, the elite mounted shock troops of humanity, and final bulwark against the rising storm of chaos undivided. Against these peasant cultist rabble from the hills, the Tilean cavaliers are surely owed the favor of gods aplenty. Confident his spearhead will crush the ill-disciplined Trinitine flank, Prince Eren maintains his reserve in the center, covered by his mercenaries. The mercenary archers let loose upon the Trinitine cavalry, hoping to smite down the warlords and rout the heretic army from the start. But while discipline breaks among the Trinitine cavalry, the warlords merely holler in defiance. The Tilean cavaliers smash into the disorganized Trinitine cultists, but their confidence is their downfall, regarding the cultists as little more than chaff, and driven by equal parts bloodlust and glory, they abandon their own battle line, with each regiment charging piecemeal. This the cultists have banked upon, dividing the cavaliers and tearing them down from their mounts in smaller groups. The cavaliers can only muster a total of 5, while the cultists best them with a total of 6. In the chaos of the rout, a cavalry regiment is unwittingly destroyed, instead of being forced to retreat. The flank of the charge is ripped down in similar fashion, mustering only a 2 against the cultists' 4. The spearhead of the Tilean cavalry breaks upon the barbarian line and scatters. It is a disaster. Prince Eren can only watch in horror as the heart of his fighting force is ripped out and crushed. The Trinitines are quick to respond, with the Tilean charge all but extinguished on their left. The barbarian cavalry on the right flank change course. They will close the door on the Tileans and bring their battle line to the prince. Like clockwork, the cultists cut into the dead and dying cavaliers, while the Trinitine archers methodically take aim. Reminded of their singular purpose, and out of range of the enemy's arrows, the barbarian cavalry rally, ready to fight anew. Prince Eren is now in range of the heretic archers, who loose upon the Tilean cavalry without hesitation. A hail of deadly missiles falls upon the prince's own formation, driving back his personal guard. In merely an instant, the Tilean cavalry has been all but destroyed. The remaining spearhead breaks as the cultists swarm upon them. As they depart the line, the cavalry reserve on the flank holds firm, offering some forlorn hope of a resurgence. Yet the Tileans are at dire risk of being overrun. Their line is scattered and broken, their prince exposed in the center. Prince Eren's personal guard breaks and scatters at the rear of the line. To save themselves, the mercenary archers surge forward and bolster the line at close quarters. While Prince Eren intercepts his fleeing cavaliers and rallies them automatically to form a new defensive front. The remaining mercenaries need not close on the stampeding Trinitine cavalry, instead taking aim and loosing in full force upon the thundering barbarian charge. The entire contingent finds their mark together, striking upon the barbarians as lightning in a storm. The Trinitine cavalry charge is broken, and confusion reigns as the forward formation splits apart in its retreat. Prince Eren's defense rallies and cuts down the forward elements of the Trinitine charge, leaving the triumvirate warlords depleted and exposed. Fighting on the flank, around the crypt of St. Mori, devolves into a brawl, with Prince Eren's mercenary archers besting even their Tilean allies and cutting down the barbarian heretics beneath the cliffs. At risk of losing face, the Tilean cavalry capitalizes on the archers' victory and advances to claim the crypt. The Tilean defense has rallied to the cause, averting a slaughter and rebuffing the Trinitine heretics at the front. But the battle is not done yet. The triumvirate warlords rally their cavalry, sowing renewed vigor all through the warband. They must press their attack, maintain their momentum before the Tileans can respond. The Trinitine archers move into range of the Tilean rear, while the triumvirate warlords single out Prince Eren in a mad charge into the center. There will be a duel, as the opposing commanders seek to end the battle face to face. The Trinitine cavalry closes in around the prince's guard, eager to witness the bloodshed bound to follow. Likewise, the cultists renew their assault on the crypt, desperate to avenge their fallen comrades. A hail of black arrows arcs from the rear of the Trinitine force, raining down upon the mercenary archers at the Tilean rear. But the mercenaries are seasoned at this game, stepping aside, unharmed. Prince Eren is surrounded in the center. The Trinitine cavalry make 4 attacks at +3 for a total of 9. But the prince is no easy meal, with 2 attacks for a total of 8. His guard retreats, but the prince holds the line. He stands alone against the horde. The Tilean cavalry hold the crypt against the cultists. Like their prince, they stand alone. Unwilling to relinquish their wages, the mercenary archers shoulder their bows and storm the Trinitine flank at close quarters, hoping to relieve their princely clientele. Another regiment forms up in the center, making an entire line of archers from flank to flank. As the mercenary line closes, the last of the Tilean cavalry exits the field, unwilling to sacrifice themselves for duty alone. Seeking to crush the barbarian warlords, Prince Eren and his mercenaries make 4 attacks at +3 for a total of 9. The Trinitines crumble with a total of 5. Mercenaries on the flank tear down another regiment of heretic cavalry. Advancing to secure the line unbroken. But the Tileans at the crypt are overrun. And the cultists swarm into the rear of the mercenary battle line. The Tilean presence on the field has been obliterated. Every one of Prince Eren's cavaliers lies dead or broken. But the mercenaries have reformed, and the triumvirate Trinitine warlords are outflanked and outnumbered. The cultists move to surround the prince, pressuring the mercenary flank. While the lagging Trinitine center forms up to present a battle line. The remaining cavalry sally forth from the keep to neutralize the mercenary flanking charge and save their warlords from certain ruin. Their charge is covered by a deadly hail of arrows, routing a regiment of mercenaries before the cavalry even connects. The Trinitines mean to end the engagement once and for all, spreading their attacks across the front, but they meet stiff resistance from the defiant Tilean Prince, who routs a regiment of archers. But even as these lesser warriors retreat, the countercharge of the Trinitine cavalry hits home and clears the mercenaries from the flank. Their steeds cannot be stopped as they advance over the corpses of their victims. In a final show of strength, the cultists brutalize the surrounded mercenaries on the opposite flank, leaving just the prince's formation standing. Prince Eren fights on relentless, as his flanks are destroyed and the worshippers of false gods close in around him. It was a mistake to come here. He had let go the beast at Villa Consorta and paid the price of the Gallean desertion. He had thought to ply his way to safety through the mountains, but here he stood, surrounded, his army destroyed, his reign at an end. The battle is done. The Tileans of Prince Eren, crushed in defeat. The triumvirate warlords of the Trinitine horde make parley with the survivors. The order of the day is slavery. Someday the world may stand once more, and a lonely king or queen might pay a pretty price for the fallen Tilean prince. But until that day, the reign of Prince Eren is fallen. For these are the ways of the world these days, the ways of the world of old. If you like these narrative battle reports, why not subscribe for more? And if you want to be involved, support the Patreon for community perks and additional content. You can even download and print the miniatures yourself. Links in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.